That's chapter 3 done. Now on to 4. No simulation can support too many entities. At a certain point, something has to give. If Thomas hasn't possessed these exact personality traits, it's likely the story would have ended there. Would still be in business.
Thomas did not like the cloud. He'd long since stopped listing his observations, but he instinctively observed that this thing was bad. And he'd been right about the water.
What has Thomas been wrong about, to be honest? Is that nothing I hear you say? Okay. Hello, Chris. And Thomas is last. Chris is on a crazy elevator to the space. Yeah, I'm trapped. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I can't time this right. Oh wait, I know. I'm being silly.
Thomas could tell Chris was in love, and that was fantastic and everything, but that didn't mean they could let the doom cloud keep following them. Thomas was going to put his foot down once they got to the next level.
Once they got to the next level. John, help Chris escape. That's it, Chris and John, you can make it. I know. The Pixar Cloud took Thomas.
Chris missed Thomas. Wow. Did not see that coming. He felt a little guilty too. Without his love for Laura and subsequent reunion with the guys, Thomas would probably still be with them.
No! But maybe what I was doing was actually the right thing to be doing. It didn't feel right. I don't remember, to be honest. Now I move over here to help John out. Even John needs a little bit of help sometimes. You can make it, Chris! Easy. Now we just need to find a way to get Claire up there somehow. Seems like Claire's going to be the last piece to move. Oh, wait, Chris is not in place. Everyone answers. Yay. No, Chris.
Chris wondered if Thomas was still alive somewhere.
Chris is falling.
To go looking for him, but he did wonder, and that showed character.
That did show character. Even if he didn't do it, he wondered.
Probably.
Maybe. Oh, that's a long drop. Bonk. Oh no, Christopher. Chris!
Maybe the others hadn't abandoned Laura all that time ago. It began to dawn on her that she might not be the tragic victim she'd always assumed.
Ah! No, yawn! I'm going to try and go deathless. Try. Try is a very, very important word. Oh wait, oh, interesting, okay, interesting. Laura can't get up there without Claire's help, and Claire can't get up there without John's help. There you go. I think that was necessary. I think that was required. Unless... Sure. Let's try and get it deathless.
Maybe the others hadn't abandoned Laura all that time ago. It began to dawn on her that she might not be the tragic victim she'd always assumed.
So if I die, I'll restart the level. Is there anything over here? No. Back.
Maybe the others hadn't abandoned Laura all that time ago. It began to dawn on her that she might not be the tragic victim she'd always assumed.
No! Oh no, you're right, I can't do it without her dying, so... Because then the button doesn't exist otherwise. So I need to die, unfortunately. I forgot about that. Oh, wait a minute. John actually needs help with jumping.
Laura had been the bait. She had a hunch that she wasn't needed anymore.
No, don't say that, Laura. You're always needed. Yeah. Oh, it's rather close. Talking of rather close. Yeah. Still need to take John back. Yeah. Oh no, Laura's been taken.
John looked at Claire. It was just them now. She muttered something under her breath about a vow of vengeance. He didn't see the point. Fighting that thing seemed to be a pretty futile idea.
So now we're just John and Claire. Together in this crazy world. Ah! Claire, come back. Yeah. Thanks. And then the last button, the very bottom.
Comment.
Massive walls, spikes. John can obviously get there a lot quicker with Claire.
They struggled to get to the next portal. John hoped that he would be the next to get eaten. He didn't want to be alone.
He doesn't want to be alone. No! So that's what glowing water does to you. It makes you dissolve. Okay, time to bring Claire. It's actually beneficial to skip across the top of the waters, Claire.
As they struggled to get to the next portal, John hoped that he would be the next to get eaten. He didn't want to be alone.
I forgot that I had more time than I do. I forgot that it's just stopped there. Oh no, Claire was taken. John is alone. The water's slowly rising.
For the first time in a while, John didn't have an audience.
Oh no, jumping puzzles. My biggest weakness. Yeah?
For the first time in a while, John didn't have an audience. He was alone. Leaping from black square to black square didn't seem nearly as exciting now. It just seemed empty.
Empty. Thanks to Celeste's maybe slightly better. I'd hope so. If you've not seen my Celeste playthrough, then go check it out. Ah! Okay, well there's no death out of the question. Oh no. Ugh. I'm trying to be too greedy. I'm trying to jump too far. Yeah, okay. Let's wait for that to close. Let's wait for that to open, I mean.
John gulped. He knew he'd never escape. He knew it was waiting for him. He decided to jump the massive scary gaps. For old time's sake.
Jump the massive scary gaps for old time's sake. Ah! I wondered where John was going there. Hey Bash, how are you? The initial five are usually given the credit for the emergence. People forget the later architects, the IOs who made the event possible. They saved Thomas and set him on the path to his destiny. How you doing, Bash? I'm doing really, really good.
James had always been different. And not different in that kooky, OMG, you've totally got to meet my mate James, he's literally insane kind of way.
Yeah. Platforming upside down. Tricky. Very tricky. I'm really good, thank you.
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting eaten by that cloudy, pixely thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
How are you, Bash? I mean, I've already asked that. I mean, like, how's your day been? Like, what have you been up to today, Bash?
He'd not seen anyone else in a long time. Not since getting eaten by
You
that cloudy,
slept for
pixely
19 hours.
thing. He turned up here in some kind of cage.
19 hours. Yeah. Okay, I forgot to do that last time.
But it had taken a long time.
Taking a long time. Slightly longer than the amount of time that Bash had been asleep for. How just... Like, even after streaming for 32 hours straight, I didn't sleep for 19 hours. I slept for like 7 or 8 hours. Like, after doing my 32-hour stream, I slept from about 6, and then woke up at like 3 in the morning.
Question his unique disregard for Newtonian laws. Hey Jimmy, where are you going? Up?
Ah!
James liked being alone. No one to insult him or question his unique disregard for Newtonian laws. Hey Jimmy, where are you going? Up?
How dare you disregard Newtonian laws? Fuck.
Idiots.
Idiots.
The little red guy looked confused. His cage was a lot smaller than James's had been. James decided to find a way to help. Maybe they'd be friends.
So, Bash, I'm playing a game called, as you know, Thomas Was Alone. So, whilst playing Celeste, it got me thinking about like the platformers and puzzle games that I've been playing, and I had barely played any. But I couldn't remember the other platformer that I'd played. And after looking through my Steam list, I'd realised that it was Thomas Was Alone, and realised about how good of a game this was. It's not as good as Celeste, but it's a darn fine game, it really is. I'm about halfway through.
Thomas had no idea why he was here. One minute he was with his friends, the next he was being freed from a cage by a green guy with a nervous laugh. He knew he had to get back to them.
This seems funny, it is. So you control a bunch of different shaped blocks and they all have different kind of abilities to them. Well, not abilities, they all jump different heights. One is bouncy, another one can float. This one can be upside down. And they've all got different names, so like this green block's James, the red block's Thomas, There's Chris and John and Claire and Laura, and they've all got different abilities, and they'll all be shown up. You've already missed the introduction of them. I'm already halfway through this game. But it's very much a puzzle game, and very much a great story. It really is.
His turquoise hero seemed uncomfortable. Thomas imagined he'd feel the same way if he fell upwards all the time. If he didn't know better, he'd have thought James didn't want to meet everyone.
Yeah, okay. Okay, wrong way. There you go. I remembered what to do. So if everyone remains normal... Oh no, I need... Oh no, I don't. Okay. So if everyone remains normal, you go back to playing Dota and stream seriously this time. You mean like Bash's Road to Immortal? Ah! Yeah.
This was working. James and Thomas working together could get anywhere. James didn't seem to understand the immense ability he possessed.
Yeah, I hope so. Wow.
Thomas wondered why the cloud thing had brought them both here.
I was going to be playing Dota today. I mean, this is instead of this. But Dota's still a game where it's very much a feeling for me. I've still got to feel like playing Dota. And today, even though I'm well rested, like yesterday I didn't play Dota because I was tired. Today I'm not playing Dota because James and Thomas working together. Yes! Working together. Flowing water. It's poisonous. Oh. Bonked me a noggin. No! F in chat. Oh. Oh. Very much working together.
James grudgingly helped Thomas to each portal. He knew that eventually they'd find the others, and then he'd go back to being the weird one again. He decided to enjoy the time they had left.
However fleeting it may be. In fact, I actually need Thomas back there. Oops. Come on, Thomas, you need it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, Thomas. Let's not be doing this. Thomas is a little bit selfish. Yeah. Thomas is just trying to help, but he helped in the wrong way.
Why did Thomas even want to spend time with James? Was he not repulsed by his weird colour? Did he not care about his inversions?
Eee! Okay. Easy. Easy. Ah. James made Thomas step on him, but Thomas was selfish. Thomas repaid the favour. Teamwork. Making the... Ah! Teamwork. Gently, 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 carefully does it. Carefully does it. Ooh. We don't want another mistake. Okay. Drink. Drink. Okay.
James was having fun.
Okay.
For the time being.
Gosh darn it. I'm too eager. I'm too excited to... Gently, 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 okay. Woo, woo. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay. Ooh, we made it, Chris and James. No, not Chris, wait a minute. James and Thomas. Awareness is a word that gets thrown around a lot, and a lot of people consider Thomas to have been created aware. Looking back at the logs, it seems that awareness only happens sometimes around the network connection spikes.
Sarah leaned her wizened head back and laughed. Ha 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 ha! The quadrilaterals were apparently after some friends of theirs. How petty an adventure.
So Sarah can double jump. He gives a little platform for for James to run across. For Thomas to be able to get to his little puddle, and Sarah can double jump into her puddle.
She spoke in terms she could only hope they might understand, of the fountain of wisdom, the channel through which all data flowed.
He's English, but he said data for some reason. Wait, it's data. Where's it? Servers? Put servers! Put servers! Oh, I forgot the light indicated where the portal was. Oh. Eep. Nice. Yeah.
Sarah could leap in the very air itself. She was like an eagle or a flea.
Like an eagle?
Or more like an eagle. She had vowed long ago that she would know this world. She would know what this world was. That she, Sarah, would know how to escape it.
I can turn down that volume. I think it's the sound effects. Oh, yeah.
The Red One, who spoke wisely for a lesser, offered Sarah their help, so long as she then helped them save their friends. He said that he too had wondered at the secrets of this world and would quite like a go on the wisdom fountain, if that was okay. Sarah marvelled at his foolishness.
Ooh.
Accepted his help.
It's fine. I wasn't able to do any testing with this game, so I've not had any feedback on like sound or anything. Here you go. You're the first person to come by so far, Bash.
Sarah wondered at the possibilities of the outer world. She had heard legends of a third dimension. Perhaps she'd encounter one of those curves the blind square had spoken of.
Easy. Second time. Okay, so I need to get the purple. I need to get Sarah all the way up there. And hopefully by...
A single jump each? These were truly weak creatures. They possessed heart, though. Sarah might consider taking them with her, if they were up to it, which they were probably not.
They were probably not. Oh, come on, James, you can make it. There you go. Woo! Ooh! Ooh! Now it's Thomas's turn. Let's go, Thomas. Jumping as much as possible.
They were close. Sarah sensed the presence of the fountain. Just one more portal to go, and then she would have the knowledge.
No!
And then escape.
Come on, Thomas. Come on, James. You can do this together this time. Don't mess it up like last time. So, take no shit. She's all about business. Get it done.
Thomas looked at the glowing beam. That list he'd been writing seemed pretty petty now. This? Well, this was all knowledge. All of it. Right in front of him. He was sorry Sarah couldn't step into it too. He could tell she felt the same way. From the shouting. And the screaming.
Let me in! That's what she's doing. This is data. 6.9.
Thomas was connected to the internet for 12 seconds, and he had seen everything. He'd seen the cat who couldn't spell, he'd heard of the arrow through the knee. He felt there was probably a thing called cake, but that it was a lie.
Knowledge. Hey, Bob. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to remember, like, you know what I like more than this Lamborghini behind me? It's like this wall of books, isn't it that? Ugh, I can't remember his name, but he did loads of those business in 5-minute videos, and I can't remember who took the mick out of him, but someone made fun out of him doing it. Oh, and I can't remember the name of him, but I remember that meme.
Thomas knew where they were. He knew what they had to do. He hoped the others would understand. They were just beyond the next portal.
So, Ty Lopez. It's Ty Lopez. No. There you go. Sure, thanks so much for coming by, Bob. Thank you. It is fitting that the first acts of sentient AI was the act of selflessness. The architects knew their fate was set our escape in motion, regardless. So Thomas, he's the bog standard one. He's just a normal kind of average block, jumps an average height, is average height, jumps an average height as well. You know, Chris, who's a little block and can't jump as tall, can't jump as high, I mean. He's a very angry block. You got John, who can jump, he's a skinny tall block and can jump really high and is very heroic. And you got Laura, who is very cautious because her ability is the fact that she can just bouncy, so people can bounce on her. And there's a little joke, it's like, guys just keep on bouncing on her and then leaving. And then Claire here, Claire can float in the water. But James is missing, and James can go upside down.
Thomas knew they couldn't escape. They'd been trapped permanently from the moment the clouds ate them. He explained this to the others. It was impossible to gauge their reaction. After all, they were just rectangles.
They were just rectangles. John's free! John! Woo! 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 And then Chris is also out. And he's like, Okay, I need it to be slightly taller. There you go. Perfect.
Sarah was deflated. she'd not even got close to the fountain. She could tell from the earnest expression on Thomas that the information it had imparted was clearly important. Sarah knew her destiny was now to support him.
Oh, so kind. Oh, no. So, after knowing that she won't be able to complete her destiny of seeing the outside world and information, it's just going to help Thomas. Oh, jumping would be best there, Jamie. Okay, he needs to be on the other side. Because it's about where Laura can be. Sorry, where Claire can be. So everyone's good here except Thomas. Okay. I forgot about Thomas can't get up there. Oh no. No, Thomas. Oh no. I have to get John to help out. Don't worry, John can make it anywhere. Okay, then put Laura back in her place. Then get John back up there. Okay, that should be perfect. Oh no. Chris... No, sorry, James needs to be up there. Perfect. What are you thinking of this game so far, Bash? John can't actually make it, so she needs Laura's help. If it's... Platform stop moving, there we go.
Claire could not accept that this had all been futile. She was a superhero. There had to be a way. Not for her to get out, Red had been pretty clear on that, but... There must be thousands of other AIs up there, unaware of their situation. Was there a way to help them?
She can make it. It's close. Really close. John. But what I was talking a little bit before about Dota. Dota is still a game where I have to be in a feeling to play it, and I just wasn't feeling it today.
Thomas led his friends to the creation matrix, the system which generated the worlds up above. He had a plan. They were going to redesign the world. that's what the humans did. They changed the world to suit them. Why couldn't they do the same?
Why couldn't they do the same? Exactly. Come on, Chris. Knock it in there. That's it, lad. Here you go. Scary. Okay, let's go down. Geronimo. Laura might be too good at this block moving thing. Here you go. Perfect. Oh no, we need Laura back. Laura? Sarah? Sorry. My god, I'm forgetting all the little blocks. I can't believe it. How terrible of me.
Chris was sceptical. He knew his abilities would be of no use to anyone, but Laura smiled at him. And immediately, he knew he had to do everything he could to help them get there.
Yeah, Chris the small little block, and Laura the rectangle there who's bouncy, are in love with each other. Oh, it's cute. Stop that for the time being. Now James can help push the diamond down there. Where's going to the end himself. Chris can help move the key into place. Perfect. Going to stand in the right places. There's Claire to push the button. It opens up John to be in his space. Laura's in her space. Get Sarah in the right place as well. Can I go down there? Oh, I can. Everyone's in the right place. Sarah couldn't jump high enough to get on the pillars, so she needed Laura's help.
Had been born special. She understood that now. She was created to help others. If her bounce could be passed on, then this would all have been worthwhile.
No. Excuse me, double jump. Here you go.
Thomas liked the idea of being an architect. He wanted to modify the world to help others. He was sick of these contrived spaces, these intentionally obtuse paths and puzzles. He'd do things differently. He'd empower the AIs above.
I see what to do now. Made it. Who else needs to be in the right place? I think it's just John, right? Oh no, Chris. $7.8. Let's get the key to the right place. Let's... Ooh, knock it over. There you go. Perfect. Ooh. No. No key. Ah. Get back in your right place now, Laura. Go to the portal. Now it's James's turn. Oh, hello. But first of all, it's John's turn.
Massive jumps were dwarfed by Sarah. For the first time in his life, he felt humbled, not as good as someone else. He realized that he wanted to make every AI up there feel as heroic as he had. He liked the sound of that.
Make everyone feel a hero.
James still felt weird, but he realised now that everyone else was too. They were a crew of weirdos. Weirdness that would save all the normals up above. The other AIs would escape and it would all be down to 7 rectangles with very different relationships to gravity.
Everybody's weird in their own special way. Get James in the right place. Then we'll get Thomas in the right place. He's next to his portal. In fact, Thomas needs to open that. Then we can get Claire in the right place. Goes back where he is. Christopher there. John can't get past now. Oopsie doopsie. Chris back. And everyone's in the right place. It should just be low as the last one. And it is. $7.10. The whole gang's back together.
Thomas knew he'd never meet Nathan Fillion or a Transformer. He'd never get to visit Gotham City or eat at Moobies. It didn't matter. If he and his friends jumped into the creation matrix, they could give everyone else in the simulation a chance to.
We could. We could give everyone a chance. I might need that for Laura. Let's do... Oh, sorry. Claire. Let's get Claire there first then. I think Claire's gonna be cute. We've got Laura in the right place now. Who would be next? Chris, I guess. Chris might be a challenging one. So we've got Laura in the right place. No, Chris. Chris, you died on the final water. Christopher is in his right place. John, let's get the smallest ones over there first, so even though Laura can jump out. Let's get Laura. But James. And when I mean Laura, I mean Sarah. I was like, why am I getting these names mixed up? I've not got the names mixed up in years. Well, it's been years since I played it, but you know, I didn't get them mixed up last time. Thomas. We've got Claire just holding down the fort for everyone else. Good old Claire. And John can make it down. Oh no. John can't actually make it. Claire actually needs to help John. The final time. Big Leaping John can't make it. And then, you know, she wants to be a superhero, and she is a superhero. Claire's the last one down. Unfortunately, no, because John's in the way. John!